Hey gang, today is Tuesday. It's January 3rd, 2017. As you can see, I'm missing one of my lights. We had a power outage yesterday, pretty rare, but it knocked out the light and it won't go back on. So I'm gonna have to go and replace it. I do have a Mars LED coming, and it's supposed to come today, which is really great. So we'll see how that fits into this plan here. This is what I talked about yesterday a little bit, my little lettuce in a cup with the fish water. Still doing pretty well. I'm going to start thinning that out because obviously there's a lot of them in there now. Lettuce and everything over here looks still really good. I think the broccoli is doing pretty well. Let me see if I can get in there for you. Hopefully you can see that pretty well. It's still small, but it's coming along. Flowers on the tomatoes, still no tomatoes, but hopefully soon, or if not, I'm good with that too. I thinned out the lettuce just a little bit. I took some of the bottom leaves out, gave them to my granddaughter and son, thought they were yummy. Down here on the second shelf, I did move this tray down here on the second shelf. It's also fluorescent. It's a T8, so I have a couple different bulbs in there, a light and a cooler and a warmer. So it's not quite as effective, but it'll do for today till I get the other light back. And then also on the shelf, which is what I usually do down here, are my seeds. So I have a whole bunch of things started. We'll see how that comes out. See what else so over here, well, this is what I wanted to talk a little bit about. These were the buckets. This is the bucket that I did want to show you that I use a 2-inch hole saw. It goes right in, fits very easy. I can do this very simply myself. You can see what it looks like in there. This is what I'm working on now. It's the rail. This is a fence rail. I got only a 3-foot, well, it's about 3 foot 3 inches, because it fits on my shelf pretty easily and I could deal with the size. So the one thing I will tell you is that this I used a 3-inch hole saw on. It was a little harder to drill through, and this is my drill. You can see it's not a big, huge one, but what I did find was I could do about 3 of them, then I had to have my son come over and help me. You can see it's a little more jagged than I would like, but again, the hole saw is one that came from Harbor Freight. So you could buy a better one, probably at Lowe's or whatever. But you can see I have the 2 holes for the water, and then I am going to be adding the end cap. There'll be one on each side so that it'll block the water. Over here, let's see, right here, I did make this really close to the end. This will have an end cap on it because I want to be able to access, this won't have a plant in it. I'm going to put my drain hole down there, so I want to be able to access all of that pretty easily, and that seemed to work pretty well. These are about 4 inches apart. I mean, obviously I went off a little bit here on this one. Again, it got away from me a little bit. And that would be something that I would suggest, using. I didn't do the right thing. I didn't use a clamp. I didn't have somebody holding it for me. So, yeah, a couple of those kinds of things. Here's the tote that I'm going to use as the reservoir to go with my rail, and that rail will probably go right up here, right in front. I'll see how that goes once I get the other lights back. So that's it for today. Please comment if you have any questions. I'm happy to answer them, and otherwise I'm just gonna keep you updated, see how this garden grows and how I expand, try different things, and see how I can do something inside that might be beneficial. So peace out. Talk to you soon.